Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So, I know I've been absent for a pretty big while, but I just wanted to say, there's been some crazy shit going on lately in the gaming industry. I mean, Baldur's Gate 3 came out, Payday 3 came out, Starfield came out, and now we're waiting for the next Modern Warfare. Uh, a ton of stuff that's been happening now. From what I know, Baldur's Gate 3, instant success. Starfield, pretty okay. I mean, I've been playing it pretty consistently so far. I've gotten into the new game pluses, and it's a pretty fun game. It's the least buggy Bethesda game that has come out uh, the recent years. Excuse me, damn. But with that being said, Payday 3, absolute fucking failure. I mean, if you go on Steam right now and you look at the reviews for Payday 3, everybody is fucking pissed. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was too. I mean, I'm a Game Pass user, and I was expecting, hey, I mean, they're on Game Pass, they would have their shit figured out, since they're being run by Microsoft, they know what they're doing. Apparently fucking not. The servers went down immediately. I mean, I was lucky I got to play a single game right before the servers went down, and I mean, for the most part, the game is alright. I mean, you're seeing some gameplay of it in the background right now. So, I mean, the gameplay is not bad. It's just inherently a bad system that they have, a bad, type of like skills and stuff. I mean, there's barely any content in it, and they already started off with microtransactions in the game. So, I mean, what could you really, say when your game number one fails to launch properly? And number two has barely any content in it. And then yeah, you could argue, Payday 2 was like that at launch, and it took years for it to get to the point where it's at now. Uh, I'm starting to realize I don't even like Payday 2. I mean, I love grinding games, I love doing that shit, but there's a point where I'm just like, there's too much shit going on. There's too much content. There's too many microtransactions. There's too many DLC that I don't know what the fuck they mean, and you need to tone it down. There's a very fine line where developers have to walk. And maybe it's just because I'm a fucking boomer, but I feel like, I'm just used to you pay for DLC, you get a whole expansion, whether it be maps, whether it be guns, whether it be this or that, you know, at the end of the day, you're paying for something full. And I guess I was expecting it to be the idea when you bought Payday 3. You have a full game. Bro, you have 11 heists that everybody's already basically done. You could do them all in day one, and you will probably experience most of the fucking game. Like, it's a good game at heart, but it's just poorly executed. It was poorly made, bad planning. That's what happened, and it seems like that's the idea that's been happening, pretty much for every game release that has happened in the last 2 years. But I mean, at least we got some other great games. I mean, I'm planning to buy Baldur's Gate 3 whenever I get the chance. I've been playing Starfield. Starfield's actually to me, it's actually been a fantastic game. I know some people are saying, oh, there's not enough in the game, or it's a little buggy, this and that. I mean, I have an ROG Ally, and I was playing Starfield, everywhere I went. When it came out. Now I'm playing it, casually now at this point, but it was a very interesting game that I think was well made. But again, it just sometimes these games feel like they lack identity. Like Starfield was trying so hard to be a sci-fi space exploration game, and then it just went too far realistic where half the planets are fucking uninhabited and they're just wastelands. And I get it's true, at one point, if we ever get to the stars and shit like that, and we can just fucking grav jump everywhere, I would assume, most planets would be uninhabited. But like, fuck, there's like maybe like 8 major cities, and it's just like, why the fuck would I spend my time going to this fucking butt ass system that has fucking 2 planets in it? Both of them are fucking wastelands. It's just like, what was the idea there? And the game is very loading screen heavy, and I feel bad for the console players, cause you are literally in a loading screen every fucking 2 minutes after you do anything. You want to do anything, you have to go through a loading screen. And I mean, it's not that bad for PC. For PC, it takes maybe 5 seconds. For at least for mine, it takes like 5 seconds to process, and then it loads up. But for console, I mean, we all know console's a little fucking behind. And I mean, I know they've been getting there in the recent years, especially with the series and the PS5, but like it's just not there yet. Like like loading screens, somebody needs to come up with some type of solution for loading screens on consoles. Some way that they could, I don't know, make it a little more seamless, if that's even possible. I know seamless loading screens have been a thing in games. I mean, GTA had it, but then again, GTA was a game made literally 10 years ago at this point. So, I mean, we have the technology, it's just not there yet, you know? And I mean, I've been looking for a game for so long to play consistently that I've been so misguided because CS2 is legitimately the PC gamer's choice game. I mean, if you guys have a CS2 key, hop on CS2 with your friends, hop on it alone, go queue up a premiere match, and just play whatever map. Like, don't be stingy about it, just play whatever map, and you're gonna realize, man, CS2 is way more full of content than any of these fucking new games that have, come out in the recent like years. And CS2 is just a fucking graphical update. It's just an engine update to the latest engine. Like CS2 at its core is just CS:GO. It's just graphically overhauled with a couple systems tweaked and shit. Bro, like it's like, I mean, I have some gripes with CS2, to be fair, but they're not like to the point where I'm saying, man, I hate that there's microtransactions. They've been in the game, to be fair, for like since the game came out. But like the the actual premise of the game, oh, you're a counter-terrorist, you're a terrorist. Okay, it just doesn't get old. I mean, I've heard that there's people that play like 20 games a day, and I'm like, Jesus, I can't even try to play 3 games without getting tilted and then quitting and just killing my teammates and getting banned. But it is a fun game at heart. It's well built mechanically. The economy is always good, so there's always that for players. Because I love, looking at the Steam store and being like, I really want to buy a knife, and then realizing I have no money, and then just being like, okay, well, I guess I'll just save up cases for the next fucking 10 years until, the case prices go up. Speaking of which, breakout cases are going for like $7 a pop. So if you're one of those people that, gambled on websites back then, like I did, where you have a bunch of fucking breakout cases, because those were the worthless back then. Um, just, I think you should sell. If you have at least like 70 or like 100, you just sell them. You're gonna make a fucking fortune. You're gonna buy whatever fucking game you want right now, whatever skin, buy a knife. So it's a good game and it has something for everybody, but it's so difficult to play on the go. And I feel like that's something I really like doing, is being able to play my games anywhere. That's why I have an ROG Ally. And I tried downloading CS2 on the ROG Ally, and there's no controller support. And I've been noticing a lot of more players have been using controllers for CS:GO, and I'm just wondering, man, how do they do it? I mean, some people just have disabilities, some people have, whatever their case may be. There's a lot more new players using gamepads to play CS:GO, and I was hoping that could translate over to CS2, but I guess they haven't added it yet. But I would love to play CS2 anywhere. And I mean, again, it is one of the best games of all time. I mean, you look at the Steam store, it's always fucking plastered at the front page. It's CS:GO, and then I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, Apex Legends, Warzone." I'm not playing a battle royale. I know CS:GO has a battle royale. Nobody plays it. That's the difference between, you know, regular people that like full games and people who are consumers and love buying shit, love buying skins for a fucking game that really has no sort of content besides that. It is a battle royale game at heart. Yeah, CS:GO has, skins and shit, and you can buy them, but you don't have to. It's optional. I mean, the core gameplay of it isn't to look cool and get the latest skin, because there's so many skins. It's legitimately just to play. Cosmetics is cosmetics. They don't change anything about the game, and it's just what it is, and that's what it's for. So with that being said, I really think you guys should, hop on your PC, maybe boot up CS2, and really start playing that. And I apologize for not uploading in the last, couple months, yeah, something like that. But just life has been happening. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.